On page 1 of the calendar, Senate Bill number 30 by Senator Woods regarding civil procedure. Be our pending.
Senator Woods, this your first bill?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought so.
I
Welcome to the
sure
mic.
I'd answer that if it gets me any extra folks to speak.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Thank you, Mr. President. This bill would render certain provisions of non-disclosure agreements unenforceable as it relates to sexual abuse victims. If there are any questions, I'd move for the BIR for the previous using previous rule without objection.
All right, any objection? Hearing none, so ordered.
Mr. Allbritton. Mr. Woods.
29 ayes, 0 nays. The BR is adopted. Secretary, call the bill.
On page 1 of the calendar, Senate Bill number 30 by Senator Woods regarding civil procedure.
All right, Senator Woods.
Thank you, Mr. President. This bill is one that we've named Trey's Law in honor of Trey Carlock, who was a victim of sexual abuse at a Christian camp in Missouri over a period of several years. After his abuser was sentenced to 3 life terms, in 2010, Trey pursued justice to hold others involved accountable through civil litigation. That traumatizing process ended with a settlement agreement that included a restrictive NDA, barring Trey from ever speaking about his abuse or the camp's role in it. At age 28, sadly, Trey died by suicide after telling a therapist, "They will always control me. I'll never be free." To quote Trey's sister Elizabeth, "The use of NDAs and settlement agreements is essentially lawful hush money. It's institutional abuse on top of sexual abuse. NDAs are a legal mechanism that were created to protect trade secrets, not trauma secrets." This bill was brought to my attention by some of Trey's family who live in Walker County, in my home county. And after researching what happened and the movement across this country to pass this very bill in other states successfully, I felt compelled that we bring this law to this body for consideration. With that, Mr. President, I would be happy to answer any questions.
All right. Senator Allbritton.
Mr. President, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to come. And I stand here not to play games with you, Senator. I know this is your first bill. I was just informed of that. But this is not games. This is a matter of serious consideration that I want to call attention to on this. I know this is an emotional issue. I know that this is probably going to pass and everything else, but I would caution our members as to where we're going. This is dealing with non-disclosure agreements. Though that is a tool, and yes, you are correct, it is a tool to bring about a settlement in a difficult court case. Normally those that involve high emotional aspects and also dealing with large sums of money. Now, in Trey's case and in many cases in this matter, the civil suit, which we're talking about, a civil procedure, is brought after the criminal suit has been done. And in fact, in this case, as I understand it, the perpetrator was taken to criminal court, was convicted, and given some stiff penalties. I think he was given the maximum penalties in this regard. Is that correct?
3 life terms, yes, sir.
Yeah, 3 life terms on this, which is significant, I would say. And yet, after that, a civil suit is brought against the entity for whom the perpetrator was employed. Now, that entity, I don't know who or what it was, but I'm going to use an example that we have, and that's the Boy Scouts of America. Boy Scouts of America was a nationwide organization that did many, many good things. Many people in this room were members of that, went from Tenderfoot to Eagle and those type things. That institution was caught in circumstances such as this. And that institution has almost been completely destroyed. That same thing is true with many institutions. I would suggest that had it not been for an NDA in this circumstance, the victim would have had to have gone to a second court to give testimony, gone through the trials and tribulations and such and things that were involved with that. And none of that would have helped the child. I don't see how money can resolve the trauma that a child victim has experienced. I don't think it can. So I think they made the right decision in doing this from the outside in. I'm not trying to make it judgmental here, but they agreed to a settlement and did a non-disclosure statement. And that non-disclosure statement is a lifeline very often for the institution to continue its efforts in trying to do good. It'll have to clean up its act. It'll have to do things and institute procedures and things for protections, which it needed to do before, but somehow it failed. But they paid the price and they paid the money. The non-disclosure allowed them to continue in operation in some ways. If that is gone away, settlements will be reduced. By that I mean not in the money aspect, but in the ability to solve and resolve. If we pass this, we could be doing damage to institutions, including churches, including those not-for-profit organizations that are doing their best to do good in the communities. I would caution that eliminating that tool from civil procedure does more harm to our society than it does good. I do not believe that an NDA is actually solving the situation or providing the victim salve on the damages that's done. So having said all that, I'll sit down and shut up, but I wanted us to understand what this procedural change could have effects that we don't want to occur. With that, Mr. Speaker, I'll do as I say and sit down and stay down.
Mr. Speaker.
You two look so much alike.
Oh, do we? Yeah, same hair? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, thank you, Senator
Mr.
Allbritton.
President, thank you.
Yep. All right, Senator Woods.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for final passage using previous role with no objection.
All right, any objection to using previous role? Hearing none, so ordered.
Mr. Allbritton. Mr. Woods.
$29 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention. Senate Bill 30 passes. Congratulations, Senator Woods. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, members. Thank you, body.